Hello, everyone. Before we dive into today's captivating story, let me pose a question. Do you believe there's more happening beneath the surface with the recent LA fires and the controversies surrounding Diddy? Share your thoughts in the comments below because what we're about to uncover might just change how you see everything. This story takes us deep into the heart of destruction, scandal, and conspiracy, weaving connections that are as unsettling as they are fascinating. The Palisades Fire swept through Los Angeles with a ferocity that felt almost unnatural. From the hills of Malibu to the affluent enclaves of HBY Hills, no corner of the city seemed safe. Smoke choked the air, transforming the skies into a fiery, apocalyptic haze. Luxury estates that once stood as symbols of wealth and invincibility crumbled into piles of ash and twisted metal. Among the ruins were homes of prominent figures, including Paris Hilton and music producer Greg Wells, whose opulent lifestyles now seemed like distant memories. But the loss that drew the most speculation and whispers was the destruction of Sean Diddy Combs' sprawling mansion. The fire behaved in ways that left even seasoned experts scratching their heads. It wasn't just chaotic. It appeared methodical. Flames leapt across streets, consuming some properties with eerie precision while leaving others untouched just a few feet away. HBY Hills, known for its multi-million-dollar mansions and manicured landscapes, bore the brunt of this strange destruction. Diddy's estate, one of the area's most secure properties, stood far outside the fire's primary danger zone. Yet, despite this, it was entirely consumed by flames, reduced to a charred skeleton that seemed to defy the odds. While neighboring homes survived with minimal damage, Diddy's mansion was obliterated. To onlookers, it appeared as if the fire had deliberately sought out his property, burning it to the ground while sparing nearby lawns and trees. The precision was uncanny, almost calculated, and it wasn't long before the whispers began. Among residents, firefighters, and even conspiracy theorists, questions swirled about why this particular mansion was so completely destroyed, and why now? The timing was impossible to ignore. Only months before, Diddy had been arrested on serious charges, including sex trafficking and racketeering. His once untouchable empire was crumbling under the weight of mounting allegations, and, now with his legal team scrambling to salvage his reputation, his mansion was reduced to ashes. Was this a cruel twist of fate? Or was there more to the story? Theories emerged almost immediately, with some calling it an unfortunate accident, and others suggesting something far more sinister. Former government official Catherine Austin Fitts added fuel to the speculation during a podcast, saying, "When disasters like these occur, I always look for patterns. How many of the affected homeowners had ties to controversial figures?" Fitts alluded to the rumored Diddy List, a supposed roster of celebrities linked to his infamous parties, which had long been shrouded in mystery and controversy. If such a list existed, could the fire have been connected to it? Her suggestion took on an even darker tone when she speculated that advanced technology might have been involved, claiming, "There's a precision to these flames that doesn't feel random." Social media amplified these claims, spreading them like wildfire. Users dissected every detail, from satellite images to videos of the blaze, searching for answers. Adding to the intrigue were comments from one of Diddy's accusers, Allie Carter. In a resurfaced video, she cryptically remarked, "Explosions make fires too." While her words were vague in the context of the fire, they took on a chilling new significance. Residents of HBY Hills, meanwhile, were left to grapple with the immediate aftermath. Families sifted through debris, searching for anything salvageable, while firefighters worked tirelessly to extinguish flare-ups. Yet amidst the wreckage, Diddy's mansion stood out as a peculiar anomaly. Neighbors whispered about the possible reasons behind the mansion's destruction. Many had heard rumors about Diddy's alleged crimes and wondered if the fire was more than just a natural disaster. Some speculated that the estate contained incriminating evidence tied to his legal troubles, evidence someone might have wanted to erase. Others believed the fire was a warning, a message sent to Diddy even as he sat behind bars. Standing before the ruins, it was impossible to ignore the questions they raised. The destruction told a story of fire and chaos, but the silence surrounding it spoke volumes. Firefighters avoided discussing the mansion, with one seasoned veteran remarking, "Fires don't usually behave this way, but sometimes there's no good explanation." Or perhaps, I thought, the explanation was one no one wanted to admit. What secrets could have been hidden within those walls? And who might have benefited from their destruction? Theories continued to spread like smoke on the wind. Some claimed the fire was part of a larger conspiracy, orchestrated to destroy damning evidence. Others suggested it was an act of retribution, a calculated move by powerful figures to send a chilling message. The mansion became a focal point of speculation, its destruction symbolizing something far more significant than a simple wildfire. Former officials and conspiracy theorists alike pointed to patterns of destruction, comparing the behavior of the Palisades Fire to past disasters. Satellite images revealed an uncanny selectiveness in the fire's path, skipping over some properties entirely while annihilating others. Reports of strange phenomena before the blaze added to the intrigue. Witnesses described flickering lights in the sky, deep booming noises, and an unsettling sense that the fire had been anything but natural. For survivors and advocates, the destruction felt like yet another example of justice slipping through the cracks. Allegations against Diddy painted a picture of manipulation, exploitation, and secrecy, and now any potential evidence seemed to have vanished in the flames. One survivor commented anonymously, "It's almost poetic. He's lived his life above the law, and now the evidence that could have held him accountable is gone, just like that." As the days turned into weeks, the questions only grew darker. Was the fire truly a freak accident, or was it part of a calculated effort to erase inconvenient truths? Was Diddy a victim of circumstance, or was he complicit in his own destruction? The line between reality and conspiracy blurred with every new theory. Even from behind bars, Diddy's presence loomed large over the narrative. His scandals, his connections, and the enigmatic circumstances of the fire turned him into both a symbol and a cautionary tale. The ruins of his mansion became more than just a charred landmark. They became a puzzle, a grim reminder of the secrets that power can obscure and the questions that remain unanswered. As I stood in the shadow of the wreckage, the air thick with the lingering smell of smoke, one thing became clear. This wasn't just a story about a fire. It was a story about power. How it's wielded, how it's protected, and how it's lost. The fire may have destroyed Diddy's estate, but it left behind a trail of whispers, suspicions, and unanswered questions that refused to fade. And in a city built on secrets, sometimes the things you can't see are the ones that burn the brightest.